In today's desktop microphone reviews, we are reviewing the Excelvan BM800. I have received numerous requests to review a BM800 microphone, and I actually have two I'm going to be reviewing at some point. We're starting with this one because this one is part of a $4 audio kit that I picked up on Amazon, I believe during the Amazon Prime Day sale, and I just want to show you what you can get if you actually keep an eye out for sales, as I receive a lot of comments about, oh, I only have X budget, to which my response is usually, well, save up $10 more, or, you know, there's nothing ever in my price range. While this kit doesn't come with the arm, it came with the microphone, the windscreen, which can help with plosives, but is not technically a pop filter, the microphone itself, and the shock mount, as well as the 3.5mm to XLR audio cable. It does not come with the arm to attach it to, so that would cost as much as the microphone itself, but you can make it work, or save up later. I just wanted to show what this is like. So currently, again, this is the Excelvan ridiculous product name, BM800. They have one in black and gold, which is like the other one I'm going to review, and then this one is blue and silver with the black windscreen. This is currently plugged into my desktop's microphone in jack, which is the pink cable. Now, when I reviewed the Toner BM700, I seem to have confused people with regards to how you can actually hook this microphone up, because traditionally with XLR setups, this needs 48 volts of phantom power in order to activate. Well, when you have it hooked up to a normal desktop computer using the included cable, which runs from XLR to 3.5mm to the pink, not the blue, the pink microphone in jack on your computer, most desktop computers should power it fine, as the microphone in jack applies extra power. It's not the cleanest signal, but it does it to keep the mic powered and make it sound relatively okay. It's not the cleanest thing, it's not the highest quality microphone in the first place, especially for $4, but it's there. If you're using a laptop or just don't have a proper microphone input, then you're going to need something, a phantom power supply or a USB audio interface or mixer or something that provides 48 volts of phantom power, which we will test next. However, I wanted to provide an initial microphone test. This is how most people buying it would sound hooked up to a desktop computer. Do not buy this for a smartphone. Do not buy this for your PlayStation 4, your Xbox, or even really a laptop unless you have additional audio hardware, a dedicated XLR cable, an XLR phantom power supply. Unless you have all of that to actually power it, do not buy this for a laptop. And no, it will not work on your phone, your PS4 controller, your Xbox controller, anything like that. I got a lot of comments on that on my $32 audio kit. Now, this is a light enough microphone that virtually any microphone arm will actually be able to hold it up, and with the shock mount, you can hopefully avoid too much background or rattling noise, as long as you're not actually touching it too much. Now, I have it about 4 inches from my mouth right now, and in Windows I have the volume level for the microphone set to 100, but I have 0 dB of gain applied. So as long as I don't get right up on top of it, the audio from it sounds fairly loud. However, keep in mind, the further it is from your mouth, the more gain you will need to apply and the worse it will sound. This is a side address condenser microphone. Here, I'll pull this off real quick. You're supposed to talk into this front side where it says Excelvan, not into the back, not into the top. If you talk into the top, you're going to start losing a lot of your range of your vocals, and if you start talking to the back, you're going to start getting rejected. This is a cardioid condenser microphone meant to be addressed in the side. You can actually see the capsule, and the Excelvan logo is the front. Again, I usually don't recommend these windscreens as pop filters because that's not what they are, that's not the purpose they serve, yada yada, but since it came with it, I'm going to go ahead and use it. So this has all been connected with the included cable to the 3.5mm microphone in jack on my desktop. I'm going to use a real XLR cable, hook it up to my audio interface, which currently is a Behringer UMC 404 HD, I believe, give it a little bit of phantom power, and we're going to see how this sounds using basically its maximum potential as a microphone. Alright, I have now hooked up the microphone with a normal XLR cable running to my Behringer UMC 404 HD audio interface with phantom power applied. And I only needed to use like 10% gain. Like, I did not need a whole lot of gain for this microphone. The end result signal is certainly a lot cleaner in terms of signal noise than my motherboard microphone import. I'd say it's a little bit warmer, a little bit fuller, but it does still sound pretty muffled. This is still a very cheap microphone. It's not anything super fantastic or anything like that, but it sounds a little bit more full, it sounds a little bit more present, and you don't get as much feedback. And of course, you don't need to use this specific audio interface. This one's a little bit overkill. This is for my specific desk setup, but there are plenty of cheap ones. They just need to provide specifically 48 volts of phantom power. There are some that say phantom power, but not 48 volts. It needs to specify that. All right, I removed the windscreen. Hopefully that didn't get too much ASMR weirdness going, just to see if it helps with the muffledness, but I highly doubt it. But overall, if you can get it for $4 or for $15 or whatever, it's a fairly cheap microphone. I believe full price on Amazon right now is $20, $19.99. Not amazing, but for that price, it is hard to really compete in terms of sound quality, just because everything, everything at that point or below is going to be pure garbage, to be honest, like compared to higher end audio. So at that point, if you can get something usable and apply a little bit of post-processing, then you can really bring it out a little bit. So I'm going to do a typing test real quick. This is me typing on, I believe they're cherry black switches. Keyboard is below and behind the microphone, which is proper placement, although the microphone's closer to the keyboard than I would like. Get some mouse clicks going. All right, and now I'm going to talk while I'm typing, talking while I'm typing, talking while I'm typing, just to get you an idea of what that's like, and then I will kick on my AC in a moment so that you can hear that in the background, because that's been a consistent theme in my tests, although it's actually off today for once. I'm going to take what I use in my on-camera microphone reviews, and I'm going to read through a quote, and then I'm going to play it back with some post-processing, some equalization, compressor, whatever I think sounds good. I do have a tutorial up. I had a lot of people asking in the last video where I did this specific thing. I do have a tutorial up on my channel on how to make your audio sound better in Audacity. That will be linked in the description down below. 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, 9 for the mortal men doomed to die, 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne, in the land of Mordor where shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them, in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, 9 for the mortal men doomed to die, 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne, in the land of Mordor where shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them, in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. Alright, and now you're getting a sample with my apartment air conditioner running in the background, just to see how it handles kind of more ambient room noise, just so you have that information available to you. This is how I try to include this in all of these desktop reviews, mainly because it started on accident. So while this microphone can't be magic, you can't work magic with it, you can loop in some VST effects within OBS Studio if you're recording that way, or in Audacity, as I mentioned. If you're interested in this, again, it is not $4 right now. That was an Amazon Prime Day sale, but this kind of shows you what you can get with the BM800, and if you keep an eye out for sales on microphones. And I try to tweet those out whenever I like and share them. We have a sick deals chat in my Discord server over at EposVox.com/Discord. Go check that out. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Check out product links if you just want to check out this microphone in general and the Audacity tutorial, things like that. Subscribe for more tech education and microphone reviews with a little dash of epic voice, and I'll see you next time.